Hello everyone, it's me again, and we are now at the last section of chapter 4, woohoo, which is pie charts. So let's get into it here. Let's begin with looking at an example of a pie chart. And of course, as always, some of this might be review for you, but you know, hey, it doesn't hurt to hear something you already know sometimes if it could deepen your understanding. Alright, so a pie chart. What are some properties of a pie chart? It is circular like a pie, okay? And it is a good way to show data that adds up to 100%. Okay, so some things about pie charts, some things you can put on pie chart, and there are actually some things that you cannot put on a pie chart. In particular, let's say you have a survey and you have people answering categories, but they answer more than one, and so you have people that fit into more than one category, like let's say movie preference or what have you. That's something that you wouldn't necessarily put in a pie chart because it's not clear. It's not either you like horror movies or comedies. It's you can like one, you can like both. So anyway, that's just a fun fact. Okay, so so this pie chart here, this is an old picture, but it basically talks about the space on the computer, and they have here like 10.7 gigabytes of used space, and they have 26.4 gigabytes altogether. The capacity is 37.2 gigabytes. So you see how it's this much. You can kind of see it's a good way to see visually. So if you look at this, you're like, oh, I have all this more free space. It looks like I have about 75% or so. Okay, so let's how do you read a pie chart? So in this pie chart, this pie chart shows, this is just one chart, shows the class rank of the members of a drama club. So let's use this chart to answer the following questions. So see here, you have 11 freshmen in the drama club, 10 sophomores, 15 juniors, and 9 seniors. Okay, so let's find the total membership of the club. So in other words, let's just add all these up and we'll know how many members there are. So you have 11 plus 10 plus 15 plus 9. And then this adds up to 45. Yes, 45. Because you have here 21 plus 15, 36 plus 9 is 45. Okay, now it says find the ratio of freshmen to the total number of members. So we know what the total number of members is. It's 45. So we need to just write the number of freshmen over the total number of members. So this would just be 11 out of 45. Okay, easy enough. Now let's find the ratio of seniors to juniors, right? So we have 9 seniors to 15 juniors. So 9 over 15, and then you can reduce that, dividing top and bottom, so 3 to 5. Okay. Alright, here's another one. This pie chart shows the results of a survey on how often people check their emails. Let's use it to answer the following questions. Let's suppose that 500 people participate in the survey. So how many people in the survey check their email daily? So here it says 76% check their email daily. So if we want to know the actual number of people, we need to find the percentage times the total, right? So we need to find, basically we're saying we need to find out 76% out of 500. So what is that? We would take 0.76 times 500, and that would give us 380. So 380 people. This is because 0.76 times 500 is 380. How many people check their email once a week or less often? 1%. So 1% of 500, 0.01 times 500, well, we know that's going to be 5, but just in case. Okay, so that's just going to be 1% of 500, which translates to 0.01 times 500, which equals 5 people. Okay, So not too bad. Not too bad. You know, it's really easy to, you can look at pie charts as percentages, ratios. There's a lot of different ways to use a pie chart. Okay, so let's construct one together here. You have here let's construct a pie chart that shows the free space and the used space for a 256 megabyte flash memory stick that contains 77 megabytes of data. So let's go ahead and calculate the data for the used space. So used, because let's say here we have this template, right? So let's say this template, the entire pie is one whole, which is equivalent to 100%. So if we separate it into 20 slices, each slice represents 5% of the area of the circle. So if we want to know the percentage of data used on a flash drive, we would take 77 out of 256, and we would get the decimal and convert it to a percent. So 77 over 256, which is, you know, you have 0.30, move the decimal 2 places over, or if you're on your calculator, multiply by 100, it's the same thing. So that's about 30%. Okay, so it's approximately 30% is used. Now if each slice is 5%, 30% is going to be equivalent to 6 slices, because 6 times 5 is 30, last we checked. So let's go ahead and color it in. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 slices, which is equivalent to 30%, right? So this here, we're going to color this in, and that represents 30% of the pie. Or in other words, in the context, 30% of used space. So, so this is going to be 30%, and that's his used space. Okay, and then that means that the rest of it is not used or unused or free space. So you can just go ahead and color the rest in. And this is going to be free space. Okay, so this is going to be 70%. Because how do we know that if this is 30%, we know that the rest is 70% because the entire thing adds up to 100%. Okay, so this will be 70% free space. Okay, you can also use a protractor to create this, but I mean, if there's a template already for you in the book, I'm not opposed to you using that. Alright, so let's do one more example. Let's construct a pie chart from this table. So now here, they're giving us the percentage of price. So when you purchase a textbook, 40% goes to the bookstore, 45% goes to the publisher, and a meager 15% goes to the author, which I think is unfair, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and choose a color for each. So let's go ahead. I'll have this blue and green and red. Okay, so I guess bookstore will be blue. Okay, and that's 40%. But each one of these is 5%. So what times 5 is going to give me 40? You can use division. That's just going to be 8 slices, right? Okay, so we just go ahead and we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 slices. So this whole piece of the pie here, okay, represents 40%. It's 40% of the textbook money. So we're just going to go ahead and, I mean, you can color it in more nicely than I will, but you know, if you're using the book as your template, this is not a bad idea. So I would go ahead and, so this is 40%, or you would write bookstore on top. And then let's go ahead and do the next one, publisher. We're going to let that be green, 45%. So how many slices will that be? If each slice is worth 5, that's going to be 9 slices. 9 slices. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all of this is going to be 45%. Okay, so let's go ahead and quickly do this here. We have 45% of the pie, and that is the publisher. So publisher, it's kind of nice because now that we can think of, oh well, if we get it online, you know, maybe we can cut some of this out. Okay, so the author gets a small piece of the pie, only 15%. So you can just see that here, and we're going to label it, of course. So this is 15%, and that's how did we know to do 3? Well, it's the only thing that was left, and also 3 times 5 is 15 today. Okay, so author. Okay. Okay. Awesome. There you go. So that's it. Your super fun homework is 6.4, numbers 1 through 10. You can use the book for diagrams and then take pictures of your work and upload to Canvas, like as usual. Alrighty, so good luck, happy studying, and I will see you guys on the next video.